The Tano River flowing through Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire is not just a river. It is sacred, originating in the Afro region of Ghana. It provides water, food and life to those who live near its banks, but it also demands respect. The Akan people believe the river is home of Takura, a powerful river god. Offerings are often left by its banks, and the villagers work hard to keep the water clean, fearing the wrath of the spirits. However, there was one girl who didn't care about this belief. Efia was a teenage girl who lived in a small town by the Tano River. Unlike the other town people, she had no respect for the river or traditions surrounding it. While others left offering and cleaned the river banks, Efia did the opposite. On her way back from school, she would throw trash into the river. Bottles, wrappers, leftover food, anything she didn't want. Sometimes she would laugh while doing it, mocking the river god. "If Takura is so powerful, why doesn't he stop me?" she would say. Her best friend Amma often tried to stop her. "Efia, you can't keep doing this. You are making the spirit angry. My grandmother says the river sees everything." Efia rolled her eyes. "It's just a river, Amma. Stop being so dramatic." Amma didn't argue, but she began noticing strange things whenever Efia threw trash into the river. The water rippled even when the air was still. Soon, strange things started happening around Efia. One evening, as she walked home, the stray dogs in the neighborhood began barking at her. At first, she ignored it, but it happened every day. The barking grew louder, more aggressive. One night, a dog even chased her, snarling and snapping at her heels. Efia told Amma about the dogs, but Amma was worried about something else. "Efia, I think it's the river. It's warning you. You need to stop throwing trash and apologize." "Apologize? To water? You are losing it," Efia snapped. That night, Efia woke up to a strange sound. Water was dripping in her room. She looked up and saw water marks spreading across her ceiling. Even though it hadn't rained, she got out of the bed and froze. There on her bedroom wall were muddy handprints, small as if made up by children. Her heart pounded. She ran to her grandmother's room and told her what had happened, but she left out the part about the river. Her grandmother frowned deeply. "Efia, have you disrespected the river? Tell me the truth." Efia shook her head. "No, Nana," but the guilt clouded at her. One afternoon, Efia and Amma were walking home from school. Efia stopped at the river as usual. Without a second thought, she dumped a plastic bag full of trash into the water. "Efia, stop," Amma yelled, grabbing her arm. "This is enough. You are pushing too far." Efia laughed. "Amma, nothing is going to happen. Look, the river doesn't care." But the moment the bag hit the water, the air grew icy. The river, usually calm, began to churn. A low, deep sound echoed around them, like the rumble of distant thunder. Efia froze as the water rippled unnaturally. "What's happening?" she whispered. Amma grabbed her hand. "We need to leave now." They started walking faster, but Efia felt something was wrong. The sound of rushing water grew louder behind them. She turned around and gasped. The river was rising, not like a flood, but unnaturally, as if it were alive. She tried to run, but the ground beneath her feet turned to slippery mud. The air smelled foul, like decaying fish and rotten plants. She slipped and fell face first into the mud. "Efia, get up!" Amma screamed. Efia rushed herself up, but her legs sank deeper into the muddy ground. The river wasn't touching her, but it was as if something invisible was dragging her back. Her screams echoed through the air as she clawed at the earth, her fingers bleeding from the effort. Amma tried grabbing her hand, but Efia's body was being pulled inch by inch towards the river. The last thing Amma saw was her friend's terrified face, her mouth open in a silent scream, before she disappeared beneath the swelling dark water. The villagers searched for Efia, but she was never found. Her grandmother wept and performed rituals by the river, begging Takura for forgiveness. The priest declared that the river had claimed Efia for her disrespects. Amma began seeing Efia's face in the water. At night, she heard whispers near the river bank, Efia's voice calling her name. Fishermen reported strange splashes and shadows under the surface. Dogs barked and howled whenever they neared the river. One night, a fisherman swore he saw Efia standing in the middle of the river, her eyes glowing, her mouth twisted in terrible smile. "Keep the river clean," she whispered before vanishing into the river. From that day, the villagers doubled their efforts to honor the Tano River. They left offering more often, cleaned the river banks, and warned their children never to disrespect it. Efia's story became a chilling tale, told to every child.